Welcome to another episode of Satisfying Static. I've decided that every single time this podcast starts, I do a quote millennial pause, end quote, to make sure that we are actually recording before I start speaking.
Do you? Is that what you've noticed with the recordings?
I didn't know that waiting for the recording to actually be happening is called the millennial pause, but it is.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I like remember when that was trending on social media or whatever a while ago. I did. I snapped you about my friend the other day who like wasn't using Snapchat in the best way because it was like 15 minutes of like ums and pauses.
Honestly, stressed me out. I was watching this snap and you're like, yeah, so it was 18 straight minutes of that.
Yeah.
And it was like, when you mess up, you can just hit the X and start over, but they just didn't.
You don't have to send me everything. But like, yeah, she does the millennial pause like every time. So like if the snap is, hits a minute and you have to restart, like I just keep talking if it needs to be 2 minutes for whatever reason. But no, she'll like pause, restart, and be like, so anyway, like I was saying, I just watched it. I just saw it.
That stresses me out.
But yeah, I almost called it the millennial pause for you, but I didn't know if you would know what that was. So
I am painfully aware somebody went through a bunch of my old videos and went, wow, the millennial pause is real with this one. I was like, cool, thanks, guy. Thanks, stranger.
But sometimes it doesn't record right away, so like I get it.
Yeah, seriously. Housekeeping on my end, I can't get an intellectual properties attorney to call me back. So
really?
Yeah, I've called multiple firms. I've left multiple messages. I've tried to get a consultation set up. And I'm finding that because I'm not a corporation, it seems to be harder to find an intellectual properties attorney that gives a shit about just one individual.
Okay, yeah.
But it's okay because really all I needed them to do was confirm all the information I've already found on my own.
Okay.
And there are other mechanisms of doing that. So
yeah,
I think basically the U.S. copyright, the way that works is you can batch copyright photographs and you can do a max of 750 photographers, 750 photographs in one fee. So I'm waiting until I have 750 photographs that I want to copyright so that I only pay the one fee, but I'll be operating under the assumed copyright that we already have from her being the rightful owner.
Okay.
So that's my housekeeping. I'm going to upload a few more today and then upload some to this fine art printing service and print some prints and see if they look good. And if they look good, I'll make those public for people to purchase.
Ooh, fancy. Well, I'm glad you got the information on your own. Yeah, I mean, you would definitely need like a small business or like a creative licensing attorney, like for creatives, not like a regular one. But hey, thanks for the internet. The internet's great.
This has really made me reconsider why I didn't go to law school. I was like, I should have just went to law school. I could have done all this myself, honestly.
I mean, you still can, It's never too late, right?
I actually might. I was jokingly looking into some law programs because I go through a career crisis every 3 days. So
2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I hear that, but I mean, maybe might be a good one for you if creative or competitive puzzling doesn't pan out.
It's not getting much faster, so it probably won't. But how's your housekeeping? You have an interview later today. That's exciting.
I do. I have an interview later today that I'm very nervous about because it's my first interview in a while. But I stalked the person that's interviewing me a little bit, so
good for you.
I feel a little more confident about it now.
Is this for SAG? Is this for the SAG job, please?
No. Yeah, I wish. No, they never called me back. So, yeah. But no, so we'll see how that goes. But it's like my first actual interview with a company. So fingers crossed that means that even if this doesn't work out, that the like tides are turning. Because I am so sick of applying for jobs. You have no idea. And like, I don't know maybe it's the job that I'm in or like what I do, but it takes me so long to put together an application. Like I have such a hard time applying for a lot of jobs unless I'm literally just phoning it in, and at that point like I'm expecting you to not fucking call me back. So
I'm convinced that the application process nowadays is so intentionally that it drives less applicants in. The long 6-page, you have to take a fucking personality test. Like when I applied for Best Buy years ago, you had to take a whole ass personality test. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is Best Buy. This is grade B retail. And I have to take a personality test.
They just want to make sure you're not a psycho. But I mean, yeah, they do that part at least like after you're hired now for me. But like I do a lot of things and every job is looking for something different. So I have to like tailor my resume to that specifically, which can take a lot of time. And then they're all looking for examples of different things. Like I'm not just like a writer. I don't just have writing samples. Like, oh, you need examples of like a landing page or like a website build or emails I've put together or a freaking paid marketing campaign. Like all of those are very different things. And so I don't know, like I'm just struggling because it's like I can really only get like 1 or 2 applications out like in the time that I have in a day because it fucking like this application, thank God I got an interview. It took me like 4 hours to put it together.
Ugh.
So yeah.
And that's a different kind of exhausting. That's just like mental exhaustion, like decision fatigue and design fatigue. And that's painful.
Yeah. And then it's like, you know, I can't really like plan out my day because like all of this job stuff is like urgent, right? Everyone needs it immediately. So it's like every fucking phone call I have, they're like, oh, great. Okay, well, I need this, this, and this. And do you think you can get that to me by like today? And it's like 4 p.m. You're like, so in
Actually,
an hour?
no.
Like,
I actually
no.
can't do that, thanks.
Like, do you know what you're asking me to put together? Like, no, I can't put together a whole portfolio in an hour. Sorry.
Oh my God.
So,
well, fingers crossed this interview goes super well and they just offer you the job and you can stop doing this. And
I know. Yeah, it would be so nice. So yeah, so that's that. I'm also currently apartment hunting, which is miserable. So we don't love that. Yeah, I'm basically just restarting my life. Yeah, my to-be roommate backed out, so now I'm looking for a 1-bedroom by myself, which is way harder to do than finding like a 2-bedroom. So that hasn't been super fun, but yeah, I'm on the apartment hunt and also the roommate hunt, but nobody's biting.
There's got to be somebody. I was going to text you this. Courtney seems to be preparing to move from Massachusetts to California this year.
Oh, really?
She would like to move. So maybe you can reach out to her and see if she wants to roomie with her 2 dogs. Might not work out for your, dog sitting situation, but could be lots of fun. It would increase your lesbian equity by like 10-fold.
That's true. Yeah, maybe I should reach out to her. It would be easier to split a house with a yard, I guess. But interesting. I didn't know that.
She just posted about it a couple of days ago about how her plans for 2023 is to move out of the state, get ready to sell her house and move out of the state because apparently she's tired of the winter in Massachusetts, which I find hysterical because the winter is very mild. The coldest it's been here is like 14 degrees. I'm like, go to the Midwest where like these polar vortex are like -30s, okay?
Right. Like, oh, quiet. Yeah, I know. I figured, but I kind of assumed that would be happening because she was coming out here a lot. And then obviously she's always had a hard time with the winters. So I was always like, why are you staying in Massachusetts? Like,
yeah, I don't know that her and the girl she was dating out there are still together. She keeps posting places that she's painfully single. So I don't really know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't think they're together either, but I feel like she has a lot of friends out here and stuff. So
I'm sure.
And anyway, sending all best wishes to her because
absolutely.
I think she's going to love it. Hopefully it's going to be a good move for her. Hopefully her dogs don't hate the heat, but it is what it is.
They should be fine. I think shepherds are like huskies where they have the special coats that do multifunctional things, keeps them warm and cold when they need it,
All right, well.
The double insulated coat.
She knows how to take care of them, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But
I'll text her and let you know you're looking for a roommate.
Yeah, please do. So yeah, if anybody has any leads on roommates or apartments for me in the Southern California area, let me know.
Perfect. Anything else? Housekeeping otherwise?
I don't think so. I don't remember. Those are the major things.
I think that's it for me too. Okay. Oh no. Where'd the thing go? Where'd the device that has the dancing cats on it go?
I'm sorry, what?
My phone. I lost my phone. Oh, there it is. My phone.
Oh, you were watching the dancing cat. Yeah.
Yeah, which houses the random word generator.
Oh, is that what you pull it up on? I just always assumed you do it on your computer.
So I used to do it on my computer, but the website that we use is so janky and so full of ads that it ruins the quality of our recording in the other window.
Oh,
Yeah, so it has to be on a separate device.
All right.
Beep bop 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 boo bop 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 bop. It's Mario-esque again. Friends, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Woo.
How about we start with Sail. S-A-I-L. Sali.
Yeah, that just is, it keeps making me think of job hunting, of Job hunting.
Oh, Job, if you will.
Still looking for a Job. Yeah, that just makes me think of work because oh, well, hey, I am excited because this interview is for a nonprofit, which would be the first time in my career that I am not selling anything.
Don't nonprofits have to sell themselves though so that they can get funding?
Yeah, but really I'm selling like education. So and I wouldn't be involved in the like getting funding piece. Like that wouldn't be part of my job. So, but it was like in this interview process that I realized that that's what's happening. Like I was talking about it and I was like, oh yeah, it would be kind of nice because like this would be the first time that I'm not like selling a product or service or like peddling something to people. So that's going to be interesting because apparently most of my career has been peddling shit to people, whether it's digital or physical or markers or DIY kits.
Or markers.
I've done it.
I believe you, and I'm happy to hear that that's not what's happening with this job. When I hear sail, S-A-I-L, I think of sailboats, and sailboats make me think of rich white people.
Oh, yeah, I definitely still heard S-A-L-E, but anyway, yeah, rich white people. That makes sense.
Yep, and in the process of editing some of the slides, there's a few really good sailboat shots, so...
Ooh!
I instantly think of those pictures, yeah.
Excited to see that. Sailboats, I guess, used to make me think of like yacht clubs and rich people.
Yeah.
Especially when I lived in Chicago. But now they make me think of just the beach out here because there's like always sailboats out on the ocean. And I swear to God, they're always like racing. I don't know what they do.
Do the sailboats hang out by that cool oil field thing? Is that where all the sailboats hang out or just the yachts?
That's just like the bigger yachts. Yeah, that's like a yacht party. The sailboats are over by the pier, but yeah, sometimes I just like going over there and watching them because I swear to God, those motherfuckers, they are gonna fall over, like tip over sometimes.
This is one of the pictures. Yeah, sailboat with a little kid next to it.
Oh, cute. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
For those that can't see, it's a picture of a sailboat with a little kid standing next to it is what we're looking at.
Yeah, it's a cool sailboat. There's he really enjoyed boat pictures. He took a lot of boat pictures.
This has been Christine's life for the last 2 weeks.
It's been work and these pictures, which is why I know that there are more sailboat photos to be had here. Here we go. This is the last one. It's a nice red sailboat over there.
Oh, that looks pretty. It's like hard to see on the quality of this recording.
It's also terrible. Yeah, the recording becomes that of a potato when they're actually live. So that tracks.
Yeah. So it's like hard to see anything.
My very white doctor boss owns a sailboat, and I have jokingly told him that you couldn't have picked something more white or more wealthy to flex about, sir. And he's like, yeah, I really like to race. And like, I'm like, of course you do. 'Cause you're white and you're wealthy.
Yeah. That was like, there was like an accountant at one of my jobs where like he was part of like a sail club and he like taught teenagers how to sail and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a life I'll never understand. And he was like, oh well, like anyone can join, like anyone can sign up for classes,
but not anyone can buy a sailboat, sir,
and not anyone can afford those classes. What do you like? Yeah, it's not the cost of a sailboat, but like yeah, it was a weird, I was like, okay, all right, good job. Have fun with your sailboat.
Did you ever watch Charlie St. Cloud?
No.
So it was that super sad Zac Efron movie that came out at peak Zac Efron.
Oh, okay. I think I remember what he looked like in it.
It opens with this epic scene of him racing a sailboat against other sailboaters, sailors, seamen, if you will.
I feel like that's gendered.
And then the entire movie is like him grieving his brother that dies in this tragic accident that he blames himself for. But it's also around like sailing is like that town's football.
Oh, okay.
If it were a southern town, what football is to them, sailing is to this New England town.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so when I watched this movie, I was like, so everybody gives a shit about sailing in New England. So I thought when I moved out here that everyone was going to be like, yeah, we're sailors. Totally inaccurate.
No, just that town.
Right. It's really only coastal towns and like a small subgroup of these people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that movie gave me unreal expectations for New England's sailing culture.
Good to know. When I first moved out here, like I had very, very much like Baywatch vibes in my head, which
100%. I still do.
totally accurate, which was totally accurate. But the thing that I, for some reason, did not like factor in is the fact that I live in a beach city, so water and beach life and sea life is like a huge part of everything here. And so like it's normal to see like boat stores or like boat motors for sale or just like stores that sell old like oars and like old
Weird
boat shit, where I was like, oh, this is like cool and cute and nichey, and it's like, oh no, it's just the way of life here because some people out here grow up on a boat and that's all they know and that's all they do, and that's so bizarre to me. Like I still can't wrap my head around that life.
Anything else on sale? I don't think I have anything else on sale.
Yeah, no, just beach life. Beach city living.
Hashtag beach city living. There's a corgi next to me. Okay, what's next? How do we feel about Shaft?
Well, I have a dirty mind, so first things first is I thought of dirty things. But the second thing, I thought of elevators.
Yeah, I feel like I was just thinking that. I was like, really, you only think of Shaft in 2 words. Well, I guess in 3 sentences or 3 sequences. That's not what the word I want. Context. 3 situations. 3 situations is the phrase that I want.
Okay, let's hear them. Let's see how many situations we can come up with for Shaft.
The first, phallic, for sure. Like,
absolutely.
Penile, absolutely. The second, elevator, absolutely. Willow, your little clicky-clacky feet are so loud, I can't with you. Can you not?
She just sounds excited.
But it's just her walking. Like, it's not even her being excited. She's just, like, it's just her sitting there. The third would be somebody that got shafted out of a position or a thing or...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like...
Instead of saying, like, got effed, you say, oh, they got shafted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. The other one I would think would be like, I mean, I guess this falls into the category of phallic, but like any type of like long pipe.
Yeah.
If you're discussing like situations like that, well, you would still call that a shaft, even though you probably giggle afterwards, but you know.
I once watched a YouTube video about sword making.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And this man, instead of calling it a hilt, called it the shaft of the blade. And it's like, when he first said it, he couldn't find the word hilt. And so he just went with shaft. And then his brain just got stuck on shaft. And he just kept saying it throughout the whole video. And every time he'd say it, it just pulls me out of the video. I'm like, God, stop saying that.
Okay. I feel like I've heard it used in that circumstance before. But
I'm sure you can use shaft and hilt interchangeably. But I feel like some people, rightfully so, don't trust their audience to be able to hear shaft maturely. And I'm one of those people.
Fair. No, that's fair. Wow, we're finding actually quite a few uses of the term, although many of them appear to be long and phallic.
Right. At jiu-jitsu the other night, we were doing arm bars. And an arm bar is when you push an elbow against its fulcrum to like make pain happen. And then if you push hard enough, you'll break the elbow. I, like a 3-year-old, was like, so you touch until you can feel the weenus. And then you push on the weenus. And Sensei was like, what did you just say to me? And I said, weenus. It's the name of your elbow? You've never heard that? He's like, no, I've been in jiu-jitsu 40 years and I've never heard somebody call an elbow a weenus. And I was like, well, sir.
Oh my God.
It is a thing. And then I whipped around and asked somebody else in the dojo. I was like, what do you call this if you're not calling it an elbow? And they said, a weenus. I said, that's right. That's right.
I don't think I've ever heard that either, but that's interesting.
So if you Google weenus, Weenus, I think is what it is. You know when you Google other medical things and the first Google thing is like these official pictures and like an explanation?
Yeah.
It has one of those. Like I expected an Urban Dictionary definition, but no, it has a legitimate like medical attachment. It says the extra skin around your olecranon, which is your elbow, weenus.
So it's been heard so many times in medical settings that they were like, fine.
No, I think it was a real term. I think they were like, no, that's the weenus. That's the weenus.
Okay, so
and I think a bunch of third graders heard it one time and they were like, nah, weenus.
Okay, good to know. That's a fun fact. What were we even talking about?
Well, Shaft was the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see how that led to weenuses.
Yeah. And now we're on embarrassment.
Oh, God. There's an endless amount of that.
My existence.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm on the internet. Are you kidding?
Oh, God.
Every day of my life is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassment. I guess, like, the first thing that really comes to mind is that I get a lot less embarrassed than I used to when I was younger. And I don't know if that's a, like, age thing or just a I stopped giving as many shits thing, but it is pretty freeing.
It's so funny that you say that because my life has gone the exact opposite trajectory.
Oh no.
I used to not give a shit at all about so many things, and now I am like hyper focused on all of these things. Now I'm like super self-conscious of doing things.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Like I think me 5 years ago rehearsing a dance at my wedding wouldn't have been a big deal. And now we're like working on a dance for the wedding and I'm like I want to die every time I do this.
Why? Just from embarrassment?
Yeah, I'm just like I'm so red, my ears are so hot. I just
Oh, well, it's gonna be great. What?
It's just our first
That's
dance.
so
It's not like it's a
interesting.
big anything. It's just gonna be it's no big deal, but
Right, no big deal. Wow, that's really fascinating actually. So I guess it's not an age thing, it's just like a place in your life thing.
I think for everybody else it probably is an age thing. Everybody else stops giving a shit and like whatever. And I just went full bore the other way. Like my brain was like, you didn't care about the shit growing up, now you have to care about it. And I need to be an adult and you need to care about it.
I mean, like, I don't know if being an adult is caring about that kind of stuff. Like,
It shouldn't
people
be.
people are not going to be judging your like dance skills. They're just going to be like, "Oh, it's their first dance." And like, you know, into themselves mostly. So, it's like I don't know, that mindset has shifted for me.
I just feel like everyone is going to care. When you're right, no one's gonna care.
Right. Yeah. It's like it's that mindset that's like shifted for me. Like I used to feel like that all the time where I was like so self-conscious. I'd be like self-conscious to like sit at a cafe by myself or like whatever. And now I'm just like I don't care. People are so self-centered. They're not looking at me. And even if they are, they're going to forget about me in 5 seconds.
So I'm still worried about that. I've been wanting to go watch a movie by myself for like months, and I'm still so self-conscious about going to a movie theater alone. They're gonna be like, "What is this weirdo doing?"
Why?
I don't know.
It's dark in there.
I know, but like I'm so scared. I think part of it is I've been recognized more closer to home,
Oh, okay.
and now I'm like, awesome. I'm gonna go into my local theater, and then they're gonna be like, "Ah, Christine Kapow's in the theater alone. What a dweeb. What a nerd. What a loser."
There's nothing wrong with enjoying your alone time and going to see a movie by yourself.
I agree, but there's just some weird fear I have. I think that's where a lot of this has come from. Is that
You're a bully?
what? No,
Is that you're a bully? You're
No.
bullying yourself.
Being famous on the internet, but whether it's the tiniest part of the internet, not even a million people care. But I think that's made me nervous that like somebody's gonna record me and be like, "Who is this fucking weirdo?" And then get posted and go viral, and I'm gonna be like, "Hi, that was me. That's you recorded
Well,
me."
but like, why? What kind of weird shit are you out there doing in the world? Like,
I mean, theoretically nothing, but you see people recording other people for no reason at all.
Well, yeah, but none of that goes viral because it's pointless.
That weird gym shit is so toxic. I can't.
Oh,
Recording other people in the gym.
that's illegal, first of all, and second of all, you're on a weird part of the internet that I don't usually access because
You don't see gym videos?
I mean, yeah, but like I avoid the ones where people are like making fun of people at the gym because those people are assholes and that's illegal.
Yes, they're assholes, but usually the video that I see is like somebody who was recording themselves and then everyone's roasting the person in the background that accidentally got captured in the video. Harriet, why are you climbing into the Christmas decorations box right now? Please stop.
Oh, because that's her favorite. It's her favorite.
She's like hiding in it and like poking her eyeballs out to scare Willow.
Oh, she's probably being adorable right now.
No, it's because it's an hour before dinner time, and so they're both being jerks.
They need attention.
They do. I'm apparently in a picture mood because I'm going to show you this picture of her in a Target bag.
Okay, even though you know the quality is shit, I can't see anything but that Target symbol.
Oh, can you not see her face? Hang on.
No.
Her little
You're gonna have to text that to me.
her little eyeballs are like sticking out of the fucking Target bag.
With the quality of this, like your facial features are mostly blurry.
Oh, really? Yours isn't that bad on my end. I mean, it's not great, but it's not that bad.
Well, I don't know if it's because I'm locked in here in the closet or what, but like, yeah, like I'm fine, but like your video quality as soon as you move is just like pixels.
Okay, I sent you the picture of Harriet. Please examine.
Yes, this is not what this looked like at all on the screen.
Really?
I thought this was like a plastic shopping bag.
Oh no, it's a not cardboard, but paper. It's a paper bag.
I was like, how did you even get it to stay up like that? No, yeah, it's a very cute picture of Harriet, but yeah, that is not what I was seeing.
Plastic is banned here in Massachusetts, so you don't get plastic bags.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that, but that's good for Massachusetts.
Well, kind of. The stores have just decided to make that weird thicker plastic that doesn't constitute as being plastic anymore, so it's cheating, really. But
Chicago is doing that for years now. That's not getting rid of plastic. That's
it's just making thicker, worse plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. They market them as reusable bags, so they're allowed to do it. But
right. No, I know. Chicago's been doing that for it's just been the same thing in California forever, but it's like I mean, I do reuse them, but I still have like
mostly for kitty litter, though.
Of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, when I had a cat, that would make sense, but like I can't reuse them fast enough, especially when I'm like ordering grocery delivery and they don't come with reusable bags, or they don't come in paper bags when you do that. They come in the plastic.
What an embarrassment of these government agencies.
Good. I like that. Yeah, that was a good wrap up. Yeah.
That was a good tie-in. Good tie-in.
Yeah, it's all for show and to collect tax dollars.
Embarrassing. What an embarrassment.
What an embarrassment. Yeah. Well, until next time.
Hang on. We've now said the word embarrassment so many times that it now sounds like two separate words. What an embarrassment.
You're the only one that's saying it like that, but okay.
I don't know. Because my brain is hearing it that way because we've said it so many times. Okay, now you can do the outro.
You did say it a bunch of times in a row. Well, anyway, until next time.
Until next time.